That's back on its heels.
Now Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. So there's the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
Point after, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
At the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Check, 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 check. Begin. Back one. Get 300. Get 300.
Here's Rodgers. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. 2 yards on the pickup there. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Push him back. Push him back. What? 20-30.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Let's go, Tackle. Let's go. We got this. Mike, 48.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And finding the tight end, Hooper. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Rip left. Watch the safety creep. Watch out. Wide. Get wide.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. He'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, caught by Mims. And the Steelers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Hey, take 26. Over here. Hey, take 26. Switch gears. Go right. Let's get that touch.
They'll run it with Williams. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Javonte Williams taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point put through by Suckham. And we'll tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's a give to Barkley. They find some open field here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On play action, Allen. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. 7-7, our score after 1. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. They got his man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Robert Woods, 55 yards, and the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7.
Bengals 14, Steelers 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Watch the twist.
26.
48 Mike. 48 Mike.
Yeah. You don't want none.
Deuce.
On second down, it's Williams. He takes us from the 30 to the 34.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Check 48's the Mike. Check it down.
Rodgers now to throw. It's caught by Hooper.
Another miss.
Still on his feet. Uses the stiff arm. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. A big play there on the catch and run. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
Williams. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Javonte Williams. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point up and good by Succa. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing on first down is Allen. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To the air, Allen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Steelers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness, it's been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
2nd and 7. Now Rodgers. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now a hit and a loose football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's
under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Another try after the 1st down sack. Rodgers has got Hooper on the short connection. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. From the right hash, this from 48. Succop's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defense is awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Flush to his right. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Allen. Forced out to his left. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. And this one is incomplete.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. A final shot before half for Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. Into the secondary past the 40. And all the way up to the 46. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner.
Allen hit. He lost the football, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
Allen off the play fake. This is caught. It's Woods. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On play action, Allen. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen rolling to his right. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Devontae Parker, 32 yards. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Steelers 17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors. That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Stop your whining.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Play action's supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. With it is Brown. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Play action. Now it's Allen. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush. A lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Brandon Cooks. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Steelers 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On second down, this is Edmonds. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Rodgers got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. 6-man.
Now a play fake. Rodgers escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Rodgers going to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he will have a Steelers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 2nd down and 6. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Javonte Williams with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point put through by Succop. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. The Bengals drive about to get going. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
Now on 2nd and 13. Allen being chased out left. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play there for Cincinnati.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Christian Barmore. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. And his kick is good. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is caught by Williams. 30. 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Mike Williams, 75 yards. And the Steelers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Succa. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They run with Barkley on 1st down, and he gets about 5 out of it. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go to Barkley again. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Now Allen. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 22-yard line.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. To throw is Rodgers. Able to find Jones. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now Rodgers. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Now Rodgers, got to have this one. He completes it to Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And the Bengals have just about sewn up this football game. So that about as easy an interception as a linebacker's ever going to have.
Yeah, when we use the word easy for them, it never is, right? Because, let's face it, a lot of them are blessed with the greatest of hands. But the pressure here, it gets home and forces the ball to hang up in the air, and they come away with the pick.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Bengals, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots.